Hello, my name is Keith Morton. This is my philosophy of education um, for EdSec 310 in fall of 2016. I hope that you enjoy it. I am a student here, an undergrad at Cal State Fullerton. I am a music education major with an emphasis in choral education. So I am planning on becoming a choir teacher in a high school. Um, a lot of my family is teachers. I have about 10 biological aunts and uncles, and there are 8 of them that have become teachers or work in a school in some capacity. I started off in music when I was younger, when I was about 8 or 9. So at that age, I discovered how much I loved music, and just going through life, I realized that I needed it in my life forever. And because of that, I decided to become a teacher with the combo of those two things. I believe that the purpose of education is to give students the tools that they will need in order to become self sufficient adults who can contribute to society. Um, some people are lucky in that they have known what they wanted to do since they were in junior high. But a lot of people uh, don't have that luck in that they need the education that they receive in college in the more specialized courses that helps them to figure out what they want in life. I believe that if they are curious enough and they are inspired by the material that they receive, they will be able to learn enough so that they can give back what they have learned to society in order to help it grow. I believe that the teacher has a very important role in the education of a student. Um, they are facilitators in many different ways. They know the materials that need to be given out, and they uh, facilitate information that they have in their heads, and they need to be able to um, say it in a way that the students will understand what's going on. Um, they need to be able to assess the students' work. So after they have facilitated the information from their mouths to the students, then they assess what the students have done and if it is satisfactory or not. If the students' work is not up to the level that they need, then the teacher has the job of breaking down the material into more smaller sections so that they know that the students can understand it better. They are also a good role model because they can model the information being given, especially in music. An important part is modeling how something sounds to the class so that they will be able to repeat it back to you. Um, Students also pick up on the attitude and the behavior of their teachers, and they are very likely to pick up those habits from their teachers, whether they are good habits or bad habits. Students also have a very big role in their own education. They, in order to learn, they need to be active participators in whatever's going on in the classroom. Because if they're just checked out, then the information that's being passed to them from the teacher is not going to stick with them. Um, if they don't understand something, they need to ask for help from the teacher because sometimes the teacher doesn't always know that the students aren't getting it. It's not until after a test or something like that that a student or the teacher will know whether or not their teaching style has worked for their students. So it's very important for the students to play a big enough role in their own education that they can go and ask for help. My subject area is music, and in particular, that would be choral music. So that would be um, a choir class and singing in general. Um, some goals for my subject area is that students need to be able to identify pitches in sheet music. So each of the lines and spaces of sheet music mean different things, and the students need to be able to pick that out from the music and be able to tell me what it is. Um, Another important part of learning choral music is that they need to be able to sing, and they need to be able to hold their parts against other singers, because if they are in a mixed formation, which is kind of normal for a mixed choir, meaning that there's uh, men's and women's voices in there, they could be standing next to somebody that's not singing anything close to their part. So it's very important for them to be able to hold their part independently. A big thing about music nowadays that needs work on is that students can come out of their uh, music program knowing exactly what they're supposed to sing in their music, but if they're given a piece of sheet music on the paper, they won't be able to know what's going on, and they need help figuring that out. So my goal is to be able to have students that can learn and learn music independently and think critically about it. I am hoping to teach choir at the high school level, so this would be mainly 14 to 18-year-olds. I think that the kids in this age group are just so special because they have such unlimited potential and they don't know how much potential they have. And I really want to help these kids realize how great they are. Um, I think that they learn from many different ways, like visual, learning, kinesthetic, and all of these are very good. And I think what I love about music is that it uses all of these different ways of learning because they have the sheet music in front of them and they have to use their ears to be able to pick out their part. So I just love music for that fact. And I think that the skills that they learn um, from music are going to help them later in life, because with music it's not just something that you can pick up, it's something that you have to work at, and they're going to be able to take that work ethic from from music and transfer it to the rest of their lives. I think that a great way to teach music at first is a method called rote before note, which means that the music will be played for them first and they'll be able to sing it, and then after they've learned how to sing it, then they will get the sheet music for it, and they will then be told like, oh, this is what this looks like on a piece of paper. um I think that another good way to teach music is to teach the individual parts of it, like rhythm and intervals, separately so that they don't get the two confused. In conclusion, I believe that there are many different things that are responsible for a student's education, and they're all very important. I hope that as a teacher, I'm able to facilitate that all these things are going as planned and that the students are getting everything that they need. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.